So guys, welcome to the last vlog that I filmed living in Sydney. But there wasn't really that much footage from my last weekend, so I thought I'd just talk you through it and then talk about kind of the reason that I left Sydney as a whole, because I thought maybe it could be like interesting. Well, I guess a lot of people like want to know why I left, and then also if anybody else is looking to get like a working holiday visa, just kind of hearing more about that. But yeah, my last weekend in Sydney started off classic with a brunch. So it was my last brunch with Alex and her boyfriend Kwaku.
So we got Elaina and Alex having a nice meal.
That's all finished.
Do you guys want to say anything to the camera?
This is our last brunch together. Really.
Our last brunch. Three Musketeers. The Three Musketeers.
Until New York. Until New York City.
Until New York.
NYC,
3 months? No, 4 months. 4 months.
Good
4
brunch
months.
there. Good
Yeah.
brunch there.
How do you zoom in?
And Tejas.
What's Thai House?
And look,
Tejas,
there's another little
Texas.
friend for Alex.
And we'll be having heaps of barbecue. Because Elaina gonna take us to barbecue.
And then in the evening we had some of our friends over from church who you saw in the City to Surf vlog. But yeah, it was just a girls' night, and luckily Alex decided to film a few things.
Hey guys! Hey, here we are. Elena's farewell dinner.
Oh my gosh, amazing. With the best camembert ever.
Wow!
Oh.
Hey guys, we're just like in the middle of the dinner. Vlogging. Everyone's in the lounge room talking, but I'm going to show you the dessert spread. So,
and here's everyone chilling, and then I'll take you to the zoo.
I was like, when he said that his friend poured the drink on her, I was like, excuse me, that's not right. And he's like, no. But why did she slap the door? I don't know. Because she will never know, maybe.
Okay, so
Maybe it was.
we have these nutty donuts, red velvet cookies and cream.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just filming the food, guys.
You talking?
So yes, but to the camera. To the camera.
Sorry, please proceed.
Continue the chat.
She's my my photographer.
Elaina said films. I was like, okay. These are Elena's famous cookies.
Have you seen the City to
This
Surf
is
vlog?
the best. You can't even see.
You know what?
This is the best chocolate. It's like cold salted caramel.
Me and Gabby
Strawberries,
are both-
more cookies, and plates. Water.
Been a while. Crocodile. Cracky.
Then on Sunday, it was Father's Day. We had church, had lunch with Alex's parents. Monday, I was just like running around, getting a whole bunch of stuff, getting ready to leave. And then Tuesday, I left Australia. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, I feel like too, like my friends or like people that I just have on like social media, it was just really confusing. Like, why is she leaving? What is she doing? But yeah, basically the gist of it is, so I was on a working holiday visa. It's just a 1-year visa, and you can only have a job for 6 months at a time. So what I did is I was looking for a job for a couple months, and then I got a job that was 6 months that ended at the beginning of September. The normal thing is if you want to stay in Australia for another year, you have to do like farm work or work in hospitality. But the thing is the big issue is that the fact that I'm American. So since you're American, you have to do like different rules. So we have a lot more like limited places we can go to. We can only go above the Tropic of Capricorn. Didn't even know what that was until, yeah, a year ago when I got this visa. Unlike British people who can just go and live in the area for 90 days and it doesn't matter how long they work, Americans have to work for 90 days straight. My situation was that I finished work at the beginning of September. I really would have to go straight up north and start working. So the options were obviously to work on a farm or work in hospitality. With hospitality, I mean, I don't have any experience. And again, it's just really hard to go somewhere and have the job, which is what I needed. I needed to have the job right then and there. So it's easier if you move there and then you have time to look for one. With farm work, so Yeah, I don't know, that's a funny one. Basically, my coworkers, like a lot of them were British or Canadian, and they were telling me about doing their farm work. At the end of the day, like, it just wasn't, I mean, it's like labor. Like, it's just kind of, I feel like, a bit of a messed up system, because the farmers obviously know that they have the power, so they can make you work really long, or you could just end up, like, I had a friend who was in a situation where she thought she was going to work on a farm and then it turned out to be something else. So it's just a bit like shady. I was talking to a guy from up north asking him about coming, and he said to me, like, you live in a working hostel and then you go to the farm. But then he said to me, oh, I just want to be honest, like, you coming by yourself isn't probably very safe. And I was like, what? As well, like, just kind of, obviously, if you guys know, like, there's like a big, like, kind of party culture around living on the farm, and that's not really my cup of tea. So yeah, I just decided that I didn't want to do that. Tips to people who do want to do that would be, give yourself so much time to make sure that you can have it finished. I mean, I might even recommend, like, coming and doing your farm work straight away. And yeah, just, I mean, just be prepared to work really, really hard. I don't know any Americans who have done it. Yeah, so everybody I spoke to obviously were British or Canadian, so they had better options. I mean, they could literally stay in New South Wales, in the state I was in. I decided not to do the farm work anymore. I could obviously stay in Sydney and try to find another job, but it's really difficult to find a job in Sydney, and I would only be there for a couple months. So yeah, I just started looking for au pair jobs in Australia. Didn't really find anything there. And I don't know, I was just kind of ready to have a break from Australia. Then I just was on Au Pair World and found a family in Iceland. So that's where I am now. I'm in Iceland, being an au pair. What? So I've literally gone from the bottom of the world to the top. But yeah, I guess that's just kind of the real reason why I left Australia, is just because, yeah, I didn't want to do the farm work. And after I decided not to do it, a lot of my friends said to me, like, I'm really glad you're not doing it. It's not a good experience. And they just didn't want to tell me that before. So, and obviously it was really sad to leave Sydney. I was just starting to make really good friends. But I'll be back in Australia next year, so hopefully I'll see them then. But yeah, I think that it's really fun to live in Australia. I recommend everybody, I mean, if you like to travel and you want to live somewhere new, get the working holiday visa because it's so easy. But I might recommend just being there for a year, because that's what I did. And now I'm in Iceland. So yeah, I'll definitely do some vlogs from Iceland. Maybe I'll try to do like a day in the life of the au pair. I don't know. You guys tell me. But I do have another vlog that's from when I was back in America. So yeah, that's coming up. Yeah guys, I'll see you in the next vid, and Iceland vlogs coming soon.